So it's going to be right at the end.
Oh. Hi, guys. So welcome to Chop of History today. Sorry we didn't have a show last week. We were kind of bogged down with things. But we thought today we would talk about a bunch of different things, as well as maybe have Roadside Marty on today, which those of you that know Roadside Marty sure know what a character he is. So hopefully we can get him on today. Let's see all these. Let's go to some of these comments. Craig Ferry, did you need help? I'm off for a bit. I may go down just to enjoy it. Sonia, no. So you know what? Let's cut to the chase. Let's talk about Daytona.
Well, let's do our sponsors.
Oh yeah. So yeah, huge shout out to Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers for sponsoring Chop of History today. Indian Motorcycles, you guys all know what a big fan I am of my Challenger and Indian Motorcycles in general. They step up to the plate, as well as Law Tigers, supporting us on this show, as well as our bike nights that we have here.
Law Tigers, they are a great sponsor of ours, and Law Tigers is sponsoring. I mean, if you go to bike events, half of the stuff out there is sponsored by Law Tigers, and they're involved in the cruise too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah,
are they?
Yeah.
Is Lionel or Ari coming? I would assume one of the others coming.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Law Tigers is a really nice outfit. If you ever need any advice, legal advice as far as motorcycle accidents or actually any kind of accidents, I think. Law Tigers, they're nationwide. Give them a call.
Yeah.
And also, we want to give a plug to Vintage Pro Paint. Vintage Pro is a paint company that I've been using for a while now. We're having great luck with the stuff. We're using their clears, their black, and their primers. The primers are great. There's no shrinkage. The clears are bright, easy to spray, high gloss, high build. So if you're a painter, those are the things you're looking for. So Vintage Pro is the name of the game as far as clears and primers and black.
Yeah, something to kind of say about our sponsors too is we don't just promote people that either pay us or give us product or even our friends. We promote stuff that we believe in. So we've tested several paint companies. I mean, we've used a lot of paint companies. Yeah, sending us stuff. And if we don't like it, we're not going to use it and we're not going to promote it. So when we promote something like Law Tigers, they are truly a good company. They're for motorcycling, for, they ride motorcycles themselves. They're involved in businesses. They're good guys, as well as Vintage Pro. It's a good product that we will use and continue to use in our shop.
Yeah, I mean, Craig, who is head of Vintage Pros, Craig is an old friend of mine.
He's not old.
Old friend.
Yeah.
And Craig ran House of Color for a long time. He ran several other companies that were very successful. And now he is bringing Vintage Pro up to that level. And so, like Jody says, we got cabinets full of free paint that we don't promote because it's not what we feel is the best.
Okay, so I'm going to play a video real quick from Billy Lane about Sons of Speed. So hold on one second.
Hey, I wanted to reach out to anybody who's a part of Sons of Speed, who supported Sons of Speed in any way. We're supposed to have a race October 15th. Hurricane Ian just went through Florida, and we raced in New Smyrna Speedway, and the Daytona, New Smyrna area got damaged really hard, especially got a lot of water, a lot of flooding, and there's so much water on the track in New Smyrna Speedway, we're not going to be able to race on the 15th. The track is probably closed till 2023. They have a lot of water under the ground. It's caused a lot of damage to the track. It's just not safe to ride, and every event there is canceled. All the car racing that they had coming up this fall is canceled, and Sons of Speed is canceled too. So just wanted to let everybody know this is really, really bad news. We're really upset about it, but we will be back March 2023 at Daytona Bike Week with Sons of Speed, and we will see you there.
All right, so there you guys have it. Unfortunately, the Sons of Speed races have been canceled for Daytona.
Yeah.
So I'm so bummed. I can't tell you how much, because I was really looking forward to riding actually 2 new bikes for me to ride. One, a 1929 Indian that I was going to race in the 45 class, and this bike in 1930 was the state champion. So it's really cool bringing it back 92 years later to the track, and man, I was really looking forward to it. Also, unfortunately for Tom Banks, he hurt his shoulder, so he can't race at the moment. So I was going to ride his single as well. So I'm bummed. I'm really bummed that I'm not going to be able to race, not going to be able to get on the track, as I'm sure all the other racers are, as Billy, I'm sure is, as Andy is. I know Andy does so much for the Sons of Speed races and organizing it and putting it together and making it happen and growing the event. So it's kind of a bummer all around, but just going to make us get out there and march all the more, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Billy Lane couldn't have found a better guy to help him and promote Sons of Speed. Andy, who was previously with Hot Leathers, is a great guy. He knows everybody, and he knows how to promote things. And it's been a great improvement.
He has
in the race, and it's gonna get better and better each year, I'm sure, under the supervision of Andy.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to it. I now race for Team Comp D, aka the Antique Outlaws competition distributing. So I was really looking forward to getting out there, under their umbrella this year, and as I'm sure Sean was, because Sean is itching to get on the track. But I guess we'll just have to wait till March.
Okay, so who we got? We got Lloyd Benson out there. Hey, Lloyd. He's from Buffalo, New York, and Nancy.
But wait, let's get back on the Daytona kick.
Okay.
But Daytona. So I'm probably not going to go to Daytona now. But you probably are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Willie's is still happening on Thursday in Ormond Beach on Route 1. So Willie's Tropical Tattoo Show. So you'll be at that?
Yeah, I'll be definitely at Willie's. Willie's is one of the – actually, I'm flying into Daytona earlier than I needed to be just so I could go to Willie's show. Willie and Roadside do an awesome job. Nobody – I don't know of anyone that could get away with the stuff the Roadside gets away with and makes people laugh.
Especially with the girls.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be on our show before we end today. He had another commitment that he's handling right now, but he's going to come back on in a while. And then we're also going to do the bagger race.
So you're going to go to that. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to do the bagger race. I've never been to it before, so we're going to go to that. And I think we're going to do the flat track. Rusty's involved with the flat track, so I think we're going to go probably go to the flat track race also. But anyways, we'll be looking forward to seeing everybody in Daytona. And okay.
So that's our Daytona, info. So if you want to catch DP at one of them, either the bagger races or Willie's, which is on Thursday. What's the bagger race on Friday?
I'm not even sure. I think it's Saturday.
Oh, so it would have been the same time as mine?
I believe so, but I'm not really sure.
So look it up. The Bagger Racing League, whatever their races are in Daytona. But unfortunately, Daytona got hit worse than the news is making it out to be. So the track in New Smyrna supposedly has some really big cracks, and there's water and mud literally coming up through the cracks. So it's been deemed unsafe for us to race on. So that means we'll just have to wait. So that Sons of Speed is postponed. If any of you guys are planning on coming or made arrangements to come, you're going to have to wait till March. So now let's see some of these comments. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Yesterday was my birthday, so thanks for the birthday wishes. I see a bunch of them. Gary Raphael.
Hey, Gary.
A break from cleanup. Gary, did your yard? So Gary is in Daytona area. So let us know. Did you guys get a lot of damage? Whoops, sorry. Get a lot of damage. Let's see. Mike from Rapid City. Craig Ferry says Central Florida wasn't hit too bad, but East Coast from Flagler to Edgewater was hit very hard. Yeah, I'd heard that Daytona got hit pretty good. Supposedly the track, the speedway, turn 4 collapsed. I don't know if that's true, but I did see some pictures of it completely flooded. So that was, I don't think that's not true. And any of you guys that followed me on the chase, thanks for following me. Sorry I didn't post as much as I normally do. It was a difficult ride. I just did not have very good luck. It was pretty much all luck that held me up. I rode on the sweeper truck many times. Fortunately, between Sean and George and even Alex and myself, we were able to get my bike back up and running each day. So I did make it to the finish. It was just, like I said, a lot of bad luck. 2 flat tires on 2 different rims, 2 different tires. My generator went, a coil went, my spark plug wire, top of the mount thing broke and it fell on the head and melted it. I went through 2 batteries in one day. Just a lot of bad luck, but I did it. So
That's all part of racing.
Yeah, you can't win them all. So it was quite the adventure. Route 66 was really cool. I would love to go back and do it in an old car and be able to soak up all the stops and not be on a time frame. But we'll see. There's plenty of other places to explore first before I go for seconds. Let's see some of these comments. A guy you have to get on the show is Roland Sands. Yeah, that would be really cool. We should try to reach out to Roland to get him on
I should
here.
call Roland.
Yeah, he's a good racer with a lot of history.
Yep.
Let's
Tommy
see.
Lynch.
Oh yeah, Tommy, did you get any damage at your house in the Daytona area?
Tommy, an old friend of mine. He's from up here.
He's not old.
Okay, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Tommy, yeah.
Let's see. Tim Gibbons from Connecticut. John Holloway. Mo Madrid.
Yeah.
More from the Mo from the Arizona Paint Show.
Yeah.
Cave Creek.
Cave Creek.
Yeah, when we used to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Mo had a bike that won in the show, if I remember right.
Probably.
In our paint show in Arizona.
Don't forget, guys, if any of you guys are on Instagram, follow the Perowitz _ CycleFab Instagram page. My Instagram is Jody Perowitz. His is D Perowitz. Make sure you guys give us a follow on social media and any of these videos. Make sure you just even like, comment, hi, something, because it creates more numbers for us so that we can keep bringing you this stuff. But something else I want to mention next week, hopefully we can get a show from Willie's when you are at Willie's.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll have a backup. And then the following week, that Thursday, I want to do something with the cruise because we are going on the Biker High Seas Rally, which is a biker cruise, on that Friday, the 28th. So I'm going to try to do some live stuff from the cruise itself.
Hopefully.
Well, I got the internet package, so
Okay.
hopefully, yeah, like you said, hopefully we can get on there. I'm sure we will. We'll obviously do our show on Thursday from the cruise, definitely. But also, like I said, I want to try to check in at maybe some of the stops, which I can't even. I know going to Haiti and the Dominican Republic. I know you don't know, but
Yeah.
we'll try to check in from the stops on the High Seas Rally, which we are really excited about. It's going to be quite the adventure. It should be fun. We have a big gang that's going. So that is the 28th is when, so I think this 27th is that Thursday. So we'll check in before that with somebody from the cruise or that's coming on the cruise with us. And then next week, we'll hopefully be checking in from Willie's. Let's see some more comments on
Matt
here.
Roth. Hey,
Yeah.
Matt.
Hey, Matt, you still in Florida with the cleanup?
Yeah, Matt had to go to Florida. He's from Milwaukee, and he runs a big crew of linemen. And so he was dispatched down to Florida to help take care of all the hurricane problems. So I'm sure he's going to be down there for a few weeks.
Woody, what's up, Woody? Thanks for checking in.
Hey, Woody.
Let's see, Oscar from sunny Florida, Andrew from Long Island, Blake, I'm not sure where you're from, but thanks for checking in. We will be at Biketoberfest no matter what, Craig Ferry. So
Craig,
I'm sure you'll see Craig.
Craig, are there any swap meets going on in Biketoberfest this year? Let us know.
V, you're going to be at Sons of Speed. No, so Sons of Speed is canceled. No Sons of Speed this year. The track has been ruled unsafe, so therefore we cannot race on it. So V, no Sons of Speed. But I was planning on it. So we just found that out yesterday. So no Sons of Speed this year for Biketoberfest. We'll be back in March, hopefully with more racing. Let's see. Quick Fairies again. Hey, why don't you talk about the smokeout for a minute? I don't think we talked about that after. Did we?
Okay, the smokeout. This is the first time that I went to the smokeout. And Chris and Heather from Cycle Source, they recently took the smokeout over. And they moved it back to Salisbury, North Carolina. And it was awesome. They did a great job. We really had a good time. We brought up a bunch of guys from up here. We all went down. I sent my truck and trailer down there with a load of bikes. Mark Hendricks, who runs Tobacco Road, Harley Davidson, who's a good friend of ours, he set us up down there. He brought in a camper and set up awnings and pop-ups and a bar and so on for all of us guys. And it was a really, really good event. It was truly an old school bike event. If you got a big wheel bagger, it wasn't the place to be. Believe me, there was no big wheel baggers there. It was all old, cool, traditional choppers and, bobbers and just mostly older bikes that were really cool. We did a small paint show there. There was 100 bikes in the bike show. But it was overall, it was a great event. They had great entertainment. Of course, Roadside Marty was up there with the wet t-shirt contest.
He was probably loving that.
Oh yeah. And there was barrel racing and like I say, a lot of bands. So it was a really cool event, and it rained one whole day, and the rain didn't deter us at all. It was great. Even in the rain, we had a great time. We also did a day of riding up through the mountains. Great riding. Some of the best riding ever out there up through the mountains. Mark Hendricks, again, did a great job leading us. He laid out the route. He set up a restaurant for us to stop at. I can't say enough about the job that Mark Hendricks did for all of our crew. And then again, Chris and Heather, really, they were just going nonstop. They looked like Chris looked like he hadn't slept in days, but he never stopped one bit. If he wasn't running around on a golf cart, he was driving a tractor, moving stuff around, getting the racetrack. They had dirt drags that were, oh my God, they were great. The dirt drags was like an accident waiting to happen, but it worked out great. They were so funny. We laughed so much watching those dirt drags, and everybody had a really good time. Nobody got hurt. And I know that the event will be much better next year. It'll be bigger. So put it on your calendar, the smokeout next year in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's the weekend after Labor Day.
All right, so cool. I wanted to give a shout out to Jonathan at Reliable Diamond Tools. So he is one of my sponsors, and he sent me a pretty cool birthday present. So he sent me this paint gun from Seda, and he had his logo put on one side, and then he had a picture, which wait this way, of
Put it closer.
yeah, me and his wife and him at his business on the other side. I thought that was a really cool birthday present. So shout out to Jonathan. Thank you. This is really cool. As we use these in our shop, it's the only guns
Yeah, I
that
mean, we use exclusively Seda spray
Yeah.
equipment, and this is a top of the line gun.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, unique birthday present that's so appropriately.
It's so cool.
Fit.
I don't know if she's gonna want to use it.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
well,
want to use it, Jody?
well, we'll see.
Yeah.
When the old ones are tired, we might have to dig this one out. So just very cool, unique birthday present. So thanks, Jonathan. That was really neat, unique present.
How about our fall foliage run? You want to talk
Yeah, we
much
can
about
kind of
that?
mention that. So we had our fall foliage event, which is a charity invitation only event that we host, and we have it on Cape Cod. And we had it this weekend, and we were able to raise a good amount of money. So our money is, some of it is going to, we're given to a couple of different charities, one of which is the All Kids Bike Program. So as you know, we are firm believers in teaching little kids to get on two wheels as early as possible. So this puts balanced bicycles in school systems. So kids learn how to ride a bicycle in kindergarten, because parents are kind of slacking nowadays. It seems like kids aren't learning how to ride a bike. So this kind of gets them on two wheels when they're at school. So I want to fund a school up in northern Maine in Dave Sylvia's name. So that's where I'm going to find a school. It's kind of a, I won't say poor area, but they're not so fortunate up there, that I think this will really be appreciated in getting little kids on two wheels. So we're going to donate to that, as well as we're going to donate to the Northern Maine Snowmobile, the Joe Mary Riders Club, in honor of Dave Sylvia's name. And those of you guys that know, he was a huge part of our life. So we're going to do that, as well as there is a widow. She lost her the other way up. Yeah.
Okay. These are some stickers that we had made for Dave Sylvia.
Yeah, and any local guys that want one, just come by the shop.
Yeah.
And we're also going to donate to a wife that recently tragically lost her husband. He was a hamster, so we're going to donate to her as well. So we try to spread out the love and give to as much as we can. And I think that these three charities, these three causes are good causes. And shout out to everybody that came and supported us and bought auction items, that brought auction items. If you didn't come and you are on our list, I hope that you can make it next year. So that's what we had this past weekend. So GP and I got back from California on Tuesday, basically, and we had our event on Thursday. So we have been nonstop, hence why we didn't have a show last week. So
yeah, and our fall foliage run is basically a hamster event. It's an invitation only, and we had guys from all over the country literally flying in, and it was a great event. We raised a good amount of money for the things that Jody just laid out, but yeah, it was. We want to thank everybody.
Yeah,
that came
so
and
look,
helped.
I see Tony. That's cool.
Oh yeah, hey
yeah.
Tony.
Glad you had
Tony
fun.
with the tattoos.
Yeah. Tim Gibbons says his wife still has the tank half. So this is what we did we actually had a fishing trip. We used to do fishing trips a while ago, and we kind of stopped, and then we did it again this year. So this was the trophy for the biggest fish.
Put it up closer so you can see it.
Wow. So as you can see, I know, but I don't want it to.
I got it.
fall. So we do cool trophies and stuff, and like we said, we have a silent auction as well as a live auction. So we try to raise a good amount of money. We had a lobster bake because we get a lot of people that come from out of town that don't have the pleasure of getting lobsters. So
A good fresh lobsters.
yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I mean, that place on Friday night we had at the Seaview
Yeah.
was really good. They were pretty good
Really
for
good.
being able to feed 150 people. So all right, Sean. So Sean wants to know, DP, how's the sports to come in? Good question, Sean.
The Sportster is coming really good. When we get done with this, I'll send you a little video that I took last night. I've been working on it. I'm hoping to have it done. I probably won't take it on the cruise, but it'll be. I hope to have it done next week.
So one of the reasons, well, I think one of the reasons that we aren't going to take it on the cruise necessarily, and I said this to DP last night, I said, hey, Dad, what about it being in the ocean? You know, we didn't really think about that, but we are going to be out at sea for 8 days. That it's kind of a...
Yeah, the salt air does a job
Yeah.
on bikes. No question about
So
it.
it kind of got taken off the plate of going on the cruise. Plus, it makes it so it's not quite such a time crunch because...
Yeah, I mean, the bikes, we have to load the bikes on Monday or Tuesday next week to get them to Daytona and then get them down to Cocoa Beach. So we're just going to take 2 bikes that we've already done and that possibly are for sale too.
Yeah, so we'll have, if you guys are, any of you guys coming on the cruise with us, we should have 2 bikes that will be for sale, which we'll post them.
Next week.
Yeah.
We'll post some pictures next week.
We'll post some stuff. Cars that get shipped overseas always have salt problems afterwards. Yeah, so we're kind of reluctant for that aspect of shipping bikes and them being on the cruise ship for that long. Thanks guys for all the happy birthdays on there. Let's see. Francis says no good lobsters in Florida. No, I would imagine you guys have soft shell lobsters, right? They don't have
Right.
cold water lobsters, even though our
Yeah.
water is not that cold. Well, maybe now.
Yeah.
Come January.
Yeah, there's nothing like the lobsters we have here. People say, oh, you got to have a Maine lobster. As far as I'm concerned, a Massachusetts lobster is as good as any.
Oh, how is your lasso training? So on the chase, Jose taught me how to lasso. So I've actually been practicing, and I legit have my rope on my desk and keep showing people. So I keep practicing. I'm getting there. You just wait. I'm gonna be lassoing people before you know it. So let's see.
You'll be lassoing your chickens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's the other day I could not. Donald Trump, I could not get her back in the coop. But let's see. Todd, yes, you finally home again. Yes, and that's probably why I won't go to Daytona because I really want to be home. There's no place like home. Let's see. Travis, I always go east for fresh lobster. Gary, the lobster was great. Craig Ferry, a jam on Swap Me at Tomoka is Thursday to Sunday. Very muddy. Ooh, I bet it's muddy out there.
I'll make sure I got my work boots on.
It's muddy out there in general. Never mind after a hurricane that dumped, 4 feet of water. All right, so I guess Marty's not going to be able to check in today. He hasn't called you, has he?
Yeah, no, he hasn't called me yet.
Yeah, so.
We were going to try to have Marty on to promote the show at Willie's, but we can tell you don't go too far.
No, I know.
The show at Willie's is going to be awesome. It's Thursday, and it's the better part of the day. I think it's like 11 to 4, something like that. And it's definitely the place to be where all the cool people hang. And what about Matt Stork? He's going to have his little deal there.
The van? Yeah. So
Ken from Matt Stork
the
is going
Stork
to have
Museum.
Yeah, his Stork Museum, which is pretty cool. It's a little rolling museum that he's collected stuff and artwork and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, so that will be Thursday, and then the bag of races either Friday or Saturday, whatever day they are. I think that's it though. But I shout out again to India Motorcycles and Law Tigers for sponsoring Chopper History. Next week, like we said, we're going to try to go live from Willie's. So I'll see if I can get DP to go live. If not, I'll come up with something. So we will be back next Thursday. Then the following Thursday, we're going to do a pre-cruise ship show. So we'll try to get some of the guests because there's not only us, but there's also a bunch of other builders and motorcycle people that are going to be on there. So we'll try to get someone else, see how excited they are to go on this cruise.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get Rick Bray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
which we can get these people on the boat too.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Rick is a young builder, really good builder. He's building some really, really cool stuff. And Rick will be on the boat as long as, and who else?
Adam Sandoval will be on there.
Yeah.
Jeff Solinsky.
Yeah.
Jason Hallman.
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah. So there'll be quite a few good builders. Most
Chris
of them young
Heather.
guys. Yeah. Chris, just Chris, not Heather.
Heather's not going?
Heather has to do Galveston.
Oh, no way. That's
she's bummed.
Oh, she's gotta be.
She's bummed. She's got to do Galveston.
Oh, that stinks.
Which Galveston is a great rally. We do Galveston normally every year, and we do a paint show there. And Galveston it's one of those rallies where you've got to be there to see it. It's crazy.
It is a good rally.
Crazy big.
Yeah, so if you're not coming on the cruise, go to Galveston.
Right.
Go to Texas. All right. So I guess that's it. We will catch you guys next week.
Oh, Wenton's on there.
Born Free. Oh, I'd love to go to that. Wenton, but
Born Free, Texas. I wonder how that's going to be.
I think it's next weekend. Is it next weekend, Wenton? Yeah, because I was thinking at the same time as Daytona, even though it's a totally different crowd. But all right, guys. So that's it. Shout out to India Motorcycles and Law Tigers and Vintage Pro for sponsoring Chopper History and keeping these shows going so that we can keep bringing you information and
okay. V Rhoda has two last questions. Are people allowed to stop by the shop to meet you? Absolutely. Yes. If we're in town, we're here.
Yeah, just call ahead. We're usually here Monday through Friday, 10 to 6.
Yeah,
but call ahead.
Yeah, unless we're in Daytona or on the cruise or whatever.
Yeah, and as far as shirts, we just got a new batch of shirts. We haven't actually got them yet, but we just ordered a ton of new shirts we'll have them for the Christmas season. So get back in touch with us in like a week. We are no longer selling shirts via Hot Leathers. So if you guys go on there, there's probably nothing on there. But get a hold of us. And like I said, we will have new shirts for the holiday season.
Okay.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good afternoon.